very disrespectful, and they just seem like demons because they done been through hell. So all she has to give to you is hell. And I've talked to many women. I could probably tell you 20 different stories of very sad stories from women, dog. I done talked to women. I remember one girl, she told me she was laying down in the bed with her dad. Her dad pushed up on her in a sexual manner. You don't think that changed the way she looked at men? Today we are talking about how masculine men handle disrespectful women. What is good with y'all today is basically aka Cole Brown Official. And what really made me want to talk about this topic is I reacted to Casey the other day, and a lot of guys were like, no, he's completely right. He makes complete sense. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't have the money. You don't have the status of this man, so you don't understand. Of course, he makes complete sense to you because that's cognitive bias, right? You probably dated a woman for a year, 2 years, or maybe you can't find a woman. So once you dated that woman for 2-3 years and she ended up being a dirtbag, you did nothing wrong at all. You were perfect, but she did you wrong after 2-3 years and it didn't work out. Now you say long-term relationships don't work. That's not a real thing. Long-term relationships, they don't work in 2025. And I tell you, no, brother. You can get a long-term relationship. It's just harder than ever. And you really have to be aware of yourself and be able to read that woman and understand that woman. All women aren't bad. All men aren't bad. We have our flaws, but we make this female nature look like all women are this type of way. And she's going to screw you over eventually because you're going to find a guy with a bigger Johnson, or she's going to find a guy with a sharper jawline, or she's going to try to shake her coochie on camera. And I'm telling you, every woman doesn't want to shake her coochie on camera. So find a woman that has values. Find a woman that loves herself. Find a woman that respects herself. Because if she doesn't love herself, if she doesn't respect herself, worries that you can't give something you don't have. So you wonder why she never respects you. Look at her. She has no respect for anything. So how do masculine men handle disrespectful women? Well, some women don't have any respect to give, and you have to find that out early. That's the type of woman you would deal with for a short term. And that's why I say you have short-term women and you have long-term women. And some men don't understand that, so they try to put that short-term woman in a long-term relationship, and then they get bad results and they complain, and then they say long-term relationships don't work because they don't know how to separate the two. Yeah, you don't know how to separate the two. So now you're saying long-term relationships don't work. And a lot of guys, they don't think for themselves, right? You hurt, you went through pain, this woman left you, and you never want to feel like that again. So now you go online and you look for people that think the same way you do. That negative mindset that you can't find a woman. So of course you agree with him. Of course everything he says makes sense. But if you actually had a deeper level of thinking and you reflected on what you did wrong, not just what she did wrong, then maybe you could get past that and you can learn from that and you can find a woman that respects you. So first part of getting a woman to respect you, how to deal with these disrespectful women, is your selection. Some of these women don't respect the goddamn thing because she doesn't respect herself. There's no respect to be given. And see, a lot of these women, they end up being very disrespectful and they just seem like demons because they done been through hell. So all she has to give to you is hell. And I've talked to many women. I could probably tell you 20 different stories of very sad stories from women, dog. I done talked to women. I remember one girl, she told me she was laying down in the bed with her dad. Her dad pushed up on her in a sexual manner. You don't think that changed the way she looked at men? You don't think that changed the way she behaves with men? I've talked to women got abused by their parents. I've talked to women. My stepbrother tried to take advantage of me. I talked to women. I went to a party and I woke up butt naked the next day. I talked to women. My best friend took advantage of me. So if she has this very traumatic past, you don't think that stuff hasn't scarred her? She done got the love ripped out of her, so now she has no love to give. So before anything, find out how to select the right woman. And like I said, yes, there's not a lot of good women out here. Like I said, there's not a lot of good men out here, if we're being honest. And it's because most people aren't thinking for themselves. Like I said, most of us run on an autopilot. You're not thinking for yourself. So you follow what society is doing, and we live in a very backward society. It's normal for her to dress like she sells a coochie. It's normal for her to sleep with guys she hardly knows. It's normal for her to focus on her career and not want to take a man serious until later in her life after she gets done with school. It's normal for her to do that. So the norm is very backwards. Just like it's normal for you to watch pornography every day. It's normal for you to follow these OF girls. It's normal for you to be a trick. Like I said, society has made you a bitch. Society has made the man a trick. That's the programming. Just the same way that society has programmed her to be a whore. So that's the first thing, is select the right woman. And I took a long time on that because it's the most important part. You can be the most amazing man. This is why I say you truly need to understand human nature. See, people talk about, oh, female nature is this. No, you have to be able to look at that woman, understand that woman, and really get deep between her ears. Like I said, you can get deep between them legs. That's amazing. It feels good and it's amazing when you get in them guts, but you really got to get in that brain too, to understand that woman, to see if she's long-term worthy. Because you can do everything else on this list, but if you don't truly understand that woman, if she's not a good woman, she doesn't have good to give. All right, so selection is the most important part. And that's why I had to talk about this whole Casey situation again, because a lot of you guys think a long-term relationship isn't realistic in this world now. And I'm telling you it is. Is it going to be a little harder to come by? Yes. But you have to be able to pick a woman. But you might come across an amazing woman and she's going to pass you up. You don't think it's possible to find a woman. And this is the thing. If you don't think something is possible, it's not going to happen. So you guys that want a long-term relationship, you want kids, you want family, if that's truly what you want and you watch a guy like Casey, you're never going to get it. Because you don't even think that's a reality anymore. So if you don't think it's a reality, I promise you it's not going to happen. The next thing, you have to be able to walk away. You have to be able to walk away. You know, a lot of these women, they will throw shit tests every now and then. They'll disrespect you every now and then. She has to know you're capable of walking away. You know, I've seen guys get cheated on, get just completely disrespected, and they stay with that woman. And you need to ask yourself why. Why do you tolerate the disrespect? Why do you tolerate the name calling? I done heard guys getting hit by their girl, got cheated on by their girl, and they still want to be with that girl. Why do you not respect yourself to the point where you don't accept that? Why are you even considering staying with the woman that would put her hands on you? Why are you even considering staying with the woman that was lay down with another man? You have to really think about that. Why don't you respect yourself to the point where you're like, no, I can't tolerate this. I'm too good for this. Why can't you do that, my brother? So you have to be able to walk away. If she knows you're never going to walk away, if she knows she can treat you any type of way and you don't have a backbone, you're just going to take it, she will not respect you. Next is frame. When you do get in arguments, you know, arguments are going to happen sometimes. You know, disagreements are going to happen sometimes. When she does get upset, when she does get mad, you have to hold frame. You shouldn't be one of these guys that's breaking stuff, punching holes in the wall. You ready to hit your chick. You just a complete crash out. Y'all getting a little argument, you ready to crash out. You ready to hit her with an elbow. You know what I'm saying? You ready to burn the house down because y'all got in a little argument. You have to hold your frame. And that's going to make her more attracted to you when she can't get under your skin. And, you know, I even talked to guys before. I guess this is considered a little toxic or whatever you want to call it. One guy I'm thinking of, like, I need 4 or 5 of them, Cole. And that's how you get down, you know. But he was telling me, like, sometimes I just start up a little argument, keep things interesting. And he texted this girl and he like, I ain't like how you was talking to me earlier. He like, she wasn't even talking to me any different type of way, but sometimes I just like to stir the pot, you know? And that's what you got to do. You got to be able to stir the pot without being stirred. You can't be in the pot like this. You can't be all the way in the pot like this. No, you got to be able to stir that pot and you not getting stirred yourself, you know? So be able to hold frame. Realize these women are emotional creatures. She's going to get in her feelings sometime. And that's what you guys really have to understand. You know, women are going to be in their feelings. She might be on her period. She might, you know, she might be a little more sensitive certain times in the month to certain things. That's a reality. She might be a little hornier certain times. That's a reality. So understand that. So when she comes at you sideways sometimes, just check it. Don't let it get all under your skin. Don't get all in your feelings because this woman asked you the same question she asked you a couple hours ago. Just check it. Don't take it too serious. Next, you have to reward respect. You have to reward respect. Don't reward disrespect. See, a lot of you guys, when a woman keeps disrespecting you and you keep taking it, now you're rewarding it. Now you saying that's okay. Like I told y'all, last time I got an argument with my brother was about 2 years ago. And he called me. I told him not to talk to me like that. Like, if you talking to me like that, we don't have anything to talk about. After that, he hasn't called me a bitch since then. But if I let him keep talking to me like that, now I'm letting him know it's okay to talk to me like that. You have to do the same with your woman. You have to set a standard. When she goes against the standard, you don't reward it. You punish it. What do I mean? Usually if a girl flakes on me, I'm done with her, right? But there's sometimes I would still consider seeing a woman after she flaked on me, depending the manner of the flake. You know, so if a girl flaked on you, now she has to pay for the date. Or sometimes if a girl flakes on me, now I'm just inviting her straight to the crib. And if she doesn't want to come straight to the crib, we don't have anything to talk about. So that's one of the things. That's just an example, right? If a woman flaked on you, now she has to pay for the next date. If she's not paying for the next date, I don't want to talk to her anymore. You have to make her pay for what she did, right? The same way, if your woman is treating you good, she's taking care of you, there when you need her, reward that woman. Because there's not too many good women out here. So when you have that good woman in your life, take care of her. Don't be afraid to splurge on her every now and then. Don't be afraid to take her on a trip every now and then, surprise her every now and then. And then last is stop overthinking. Stop overthinking and understand her nature. Like I said, sometimes, certain times of the month, she's just in that mode where something's going to bother her. Don't let that get under your skin. See, a lot of guys, even the Casey video where he's like, oh, she wants you to meet her friends. She wants you to meet her family. And I could be working on myself. I could be working on the business. It's like, okay, my brother, why would she not want you to be part of her life? Why would you not want to meet your girl's family? Like, that seems like a no-brainer. But in a world where we prioritize work, right? We prioritize our job over everything. We all about just making money. And I told you guys this. And I keep telling you guys this because it's so important. Is money important? Absolutely. But when it comes down to it, when you're on your last couple of days, and I talked to my grandpa. Last time I went to Canada, I talked to my grandpa. He told me this, dog. The most important things is the people you meet and the places you will go. The people you meet and the places you will go. He didn't say anything about, oh, I made this much money doing this job. I made this much money. No, he's not concerned about the money. See, a lot of you guys get too into the hustle, work every single day. And I'm a grinder. You know what I'm saying? I really get after it, dog. I just got done with sparring at the Bison Gym. I'm really getting after it. I'm a hustler. Dog, I was cutting grass at 12 years old. like I really get after it. But at the same time, I know it's important to make time for friends. It's important to make time for family. So if your girl has friends, if your girl has a family and she wants you to meet her family, that's a beautiful thing. But a guy like Casey will look at that like it's a bad thing. What sense did that make? Why would you not want to be in the same community as your chick? And that's the issue, dog. A lot of you guys, I'm going to talk my shit today, dog. A lot of you guys are very pessimistic and negative because you think you're something you're not. You think you're perfect and she's just a complete piece of shit. And I'm saying you really have to reflect on your life and look at how you're living. Are you doing everything you're supposed to do? Did you make any mistakes in that last relationship? Like I said, maybe the only mistake you made was the selection of the woman. Maybe you were too needy from the start. You really have to reflect on yourself and say, why did I allow this woman in my life for 2-3 years when she never respected me, when she never treated me good, when she always had eyes for other men? Because like I said, now we can look at these women like they're evil. You know, and I say some of these women, they will bring hell to you because they've been through hell. These women, it comes down to hurt people, dog. And when we live in a backward society, a lot of people are getting hurt. But I just want y'all to know, dog, I'm a hustler. I'm really about to work. But always have time for friends and family, dog. You might have to put it off every now and then, really getting into your work. But always make time for friends and family, dog. Because you can't, the same way, you know, he's saying, oh, you can't take a woman, y'all not gonna die together. I can say, dog, you can't bury your money with you. Right? You could bury your money with you. It's not worth anything. But if you think something's not possible, then you're not going to find that. If you think it's impossible to get a long-term relationship, you're not going to find that. So, masculine men don't deal with a lot of disrespect. You select the right woman to the point where she's not disrespecting you. She's not trying to put hands on you. She's not out here trying to embarrass you. See, a lot of time we deal with a lot of disrespect when we going for the wrong woman. We dealing with too many short-term women. because we seen that wagging. We seen that booty clapping when she was walking. Woo-wee! We seen that hourglass shape, like, damn. So now when she came off disrespectful, you talked to her on the first day, you know she didn't have any long-term qualities, you still accepted her. You still spent more time with her. Because the way she looked. And that's a dangerous thing, man. A beautiful woman with a nasty heart, that's a dangerous thing. And see, like I told y'all, a lot of times she has a nasty heart because what she done been through. So I can't even hate these women, but that doesn't mean I'm gonna I ain't trying to be Captain Save-A-Ho at the same time. I ain't Captain Save-A-Ho. But I'm saying, don't have some understanding. Have a deeper level of understanding. And see, this is why I don't expect a lot of guys that watch Casey to really understand where I'm coming from, because they have a very shallow way of thinking. They can't reflect on themselves. They can't look at themselves and say, okay, this is what I did wrong. See, my audience, you have to be a smart person to really watch me and to really understand what I'm saying. You have to be a smart person. You have to really have thick skin, because some of the stuff I say is going to bother you. Like, I come on here and I make jokes about fat people. There's a lot of guys that follow me that are fat. You have to have thick skin to really do that. You know what I'm saying? You have to be able to look at yourself and understand yourself. Like, I have sympathy for a lot of fat guys. Because like I said, it's the same way. They would just put on that programming, that autopilot at a young age. So everything they were doing, that was just the norm to them. Eating junk food, being a shit ass, that was the norm to them. Not exercising, that was the norm to them. And I'm trying to take them off that autopilot. The same way I'm trying to take you guys off that autopilot of looking at women like none of them are long term. Like I said, dating out here is hard. Yeah, absolutely. That's why you got all these dating coaches, and we have to understand, female nature and human nature. Because dating can be difficult. Don't think these women aren't struggling in this dating market. I promise you they are. I promise you they are, because they listen to feminism, they listen to their friends, and feminism will encourage them to sleep around, to slang that coochie. That what feminism has been a great poison. A great poison. It would teach them to slang that coochie, have fun, dress however you want to. Body count doesn't matter. So then she goes and live that life. She go have her fun in her early 20s, teenage years. And then she finds a man that she likes, but he can't please her. And she been used to getting pleased because she was just looking for a good penis. But now she found a good man that his penis doesn't line up with the past. And now she's not satisfied. Now she got to fill that void. And I tell you guys this because I done been on both ends. I told you guys. That was an insecurity I had because I dated a girl. And she pretty much like, hey, you don't do it like my ex did. And that bothered me. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, I can't sexually please this woman. But I was beating it up. So when I really try to go hard, I'm trying to compete with her ex to the point I made her bleed. And then I done been in other women's life. They got a kid. They got a guy. They still hit me up. A girl hit me up this past week. She got a kid and she got a man. She still hit me up. Then she deleted the message. Had another chick, dog. She had this one chick. I was friends with benefits. This girl a little over a year ago. I was still smashing this chick and found out she had a boyfriend. Cause she started to like the way I smashed her. She got a boyfriend. He's not doing the job. Now she's still looking for her past. But she been taught that, oh, it's just having fun. I'm in college. Body count doesn't matter. She been told all this bullshit. So now she started to believe it. So now I'm done pounding them guts out. And she got with a new guy. Well, this new guy might have good qualities to be a long-term husband for this woman. But he's not good enough now because he don't know how to beat the coochie up like Cole Brown. So I'd have been on both sides of it, dog. So, man, the most important thing is to be able to select the right woman. Know when to walk away. Have frame. Y'all might get in arguments every now and then. But when y'all get in arguments, how do you hold yourself? How do you present yourself? Is you one of these dudes ready to crash out you, crying, you punching holes in the wall? Be able to control yourself. Have some emotional intelligence. Next, reward respect. If she disrespecting you, punish it. And last but not least, stop overthinking, man. Understand her nature. Understand sometimes she's not gonna be in a good mood. Don't take the woman too serious all the time. That's what I'm trying to tell you, brother. She gonna say some goofy shit sometimes. She gonna get super sensitive certain times of the month over the smallest thing. That's part of her nature. And you just need to understand that and not take it too seriously. But that's all I got for y'all today. I really dropped some game in this one. Make sure to like the video, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll catch y'all.